Hi, Kate here from the Safeguarding Academy and welcome to this week's 5-minute Masterclass. This week I want to talk to you about exit strategies. Now I don't mean to come out of your job or getting off a motorway. What I mean is an exit strategy when you're working with a child. Over recent weeks I've come across a number of cases where social workers have been asking for assistance to come up with a plan for a family in order to allow them, that is social services, to reduce their level of involvement. And what I have noticed is that a number of the organisations that come and sit round professional meetings such as child protection conferences and take part in LAC reviews struggle to see where they fit in terms of further social services work. There is, or certainly in the area I've been working in, a feeling that they will provide their input, but the other organisations don't have a role to play in terms of ongoing social services support. I'm here to tell you that I don't think that's correct, and I feel what is happening is a massive gap is opening up in terms of what professionals expect social services to be able to achieve and what social services can actually achieve in terms of working with a family and also reducing their level of involvement with a family to allow that family to go on and function without a high level of social work involvement. So what needs to happen? Well, for me, the first thing that needs to happen is there needs to be an open dialogue. There needs to be a conversation happening between all the agencies on a regular basis. That can be achieved through LAC reviews or core groups, but sometimes with some families there needs to be a greater level of conversation. And if you're working with social services or a part of social services, make sure those conversations happen when they need to happen and not when they're forced upon you because there's a LAC review coming up, a core group coming up, or a child protection conference coming up. The second thing is to consider what role your organisation can play or has been playing in that child's life. Your organisation may have been a key organisation for the child. It may be a place that they have felt safe for a number of years, or a place that they feel comfortable and secure. As long as possible, that place of safety and security should remain. So consider how and what services you have within your organisation that could be put in place to allow that to continue and could support the child through what is clearly going to be a difficult situation. The third thing is to consider what the outcome for this child or children is going to be. Sometimes referrals are made in truly appropriate fashion. I'm not suggesting for a second that they aren't. However, sometimes referrals are made and there isn't a clear picture from anybody involved about what they want to happen or what they think could happen in order to allow a local authority or agencies to pull out of a child's life. And too often I'm seeing cases where families are almost stuck with social service involvement, or social services are almost stuck in issuing court proceedings because there hasn't been enough thought around what has to happen in order to allow a child and a family to go on their own without the further involvement of organisations and local authorities. It's really important that these conversations happen at an early stage because they will change and develop as matters proceed. But there has to be clear thought at the beginning of a case from referral onwards about what happens in order to allow that child a family life without local authority involvement. And that could be anything from a return home to adoption and anything in between. But it's crucial that exit strategies are thought about at an early stage so that proper planning can be put in place by all organisations to allow that child to transition effectively and safely and securely. Until next week, take care.